Namaskar, brothers and sisters, and my humble pranams at the holy feet of revered Lalaji Maharaj and revered Babaji Maharaj and all elders of our mission. Today, I would like to continue reading the chapter Self Surrender in the book Reality at Dawn, written by revered Babaji Maharaj. So now, earlier we were that is paragraph. This is new paragraph. And earlier paragraph, Manmata disciples, Manmata category, Manmata, and Gurumata category. Means Manmata means they are selfish devotees, self-centered. They go to the Guru, holy feet, just to fulfill their earthly desires and solve their trivial problems, worldly problems, and solution and for the cure of their diseases. So this is the tendency, this is the attitude what the Manmata means. Swar means selfish devotees. They go to the Guru mainly for this reason, for their worldly things. But Guru Mata, they don't go. They approach the Master, Divine Master, for liberation, realization, and go to their original state. That is, they go to their goal or ultimate. So they obey whatever the commandments that they get from their master. They will always in the thought try to be in the remembrance of the great master. They will follow the method, the sadhana that is prescribed by the divine master. Such people are rare. So that is what Babaji Maharaj is telling. Now in this chapter, now I am going to, before going to, why Manmata people are so much crazy about material things, material prosperity. They want to live in this world, not 100 years, even 1,000, 10,000 years also they want, because they want to enjoy material pleasure. That is their craving. They are very crazy about material possession. So therefore, this thing should not be there, what master says. These are the things, means low mentality and slave to all what is called all addictions, desires, sensual wishes. All these things should be moderated. The people should get moderation and balance. Only then they can progress spiritually. You see, people are nowadays, we are seeing, they are running after money. Money has become God already, several decades. So people treat God as money. So they say that money is God. They proclaim. Forgetting, of course, God is money, but money is not God. You understand? Therefore, Babaji Maharaj is telling how the people are, their attitude in this world, present world. So for that, I will tell you a small story and then I will proceed. You see, there were two people. There are two people. That is one Marwadi, another Gujarati. And they do this compound interest business, circulating the money. They are the most, even philanthropists cannot do that much of service. What they are doing, the monetary service to entire India or even to the foreign countries also. They are so much charity they are doing. But and there are a lot of people making fun of them and their behavior, also funny behavior. So they will be joking. It is going on. Even then, they will not worry about that. Okay, you can joke, you can make fun of me. I want money. If I get money, that is enough. My problem of life is solved once for all. Without money, there is no life. So, like that, they think in those terms. And what happened once upon a time? One Marwadi, the one person in Marwadi, they did not get, he could not get any job. So finally, he thought he wants to start a clinic, medical clinic. So by that he can earn a lot of money. So he started doing the business, medical business. As a doctor, he started to possess. He started a clinic, and outside of the clinic on the board, he kept one board. Okay, that is what is that? That is the treatment for your disease is rupees 20 only. You have to pay 20 only. Your disease will be clear. Your problem will be solved. I will solve your problem. Suppose I don't solve your problem of health, ill health. Suppose I don't solve it. Then I will repay you 100 rupees. Okay? That is the thing what has written on the board. One of the lawyers, he is Gujarati, and he saw the board. What a good bargain, business. So we can easily, by acting as if we are in a crisis or in a problem, we can easily get 100 rupees. Because these people have they keep money in their mind always. So he went to the doctor inside and then said, "Hello, doctor, I am a patient." The doctor, he asked, "What is your problem?" "See, I have lost the taste in my tongue. I don't know why. I am not able to relish the delicious foods. My taste has gone. Can you give me some treatment for that?" That is to fool the doctor. Okay. So the doctor said, "Okay, what is there? This is not a very serious problem. I will cure the disease without any hesitation." So he calls the compounder. "A compounder, come on here. That what you have to do, you go inside that number 22 bottle is there containing liquid. You bring the bottle and then you pour few drops on the tongue of this patient." That is the instruction he has given to him. Immediately, compounder, he took the bottle and he said to the lawyer, "Please open your mouth and show the what is called show the your tongue." So the lawyer has shown his tongue. Immediately, the compounder, he took in the spoon. So immediately from that bottle, he has poured some liquid on his tongue. At once, the lawyer, screaming, getting up and shouting at the compounder, "What nonsense you are doing? You are pouring petrol on my tongue." Like that, he was furious and then he was bombarding the compounder. Immediately, doctor said, "My dear sir, your problem of taste is solved. Because you could know that the liquid, that is petrol, you can perceive it. So you have come to the normal condition. Please give me for my treatment 20 rupees and you can go away." Or lawyer, he got dissatisfied He took 20 rupees given to doctor and went away. Second day again he came with another plan. And he entered doctor's dispensary. And doctor is sitting there. Hello, sir. How are you? Sir, I have a problem today. Another problem. Doctor, okay, you can go on. You tell me whatever problem, I will solve it. And this lawyer, he said, Doctor, somehow, during this time period, I'm losing my memory. I'm suffering out of loss of memory. I am not able to remember so many things. So please give me one treatment for my loss of memory. Like that. Because how to give treatment? So the doctor said, don't worry, my dear lawyer. I will cure your disease within few minutes. Okay. By telling, the doctor called the compounder. You see, compounder, you go inside and bring that number 22 bottle. Okay. And a few drops you have to put on the tongue of that liar. Okay. So the compounder took the bottle and went to the liar and asked him to show his tongue. The liar did the same. Immediately he poured the oil on the tongue of the liar. Suddenly liar got up and ferociously he said, what a kind of person you are on the compound. You are pouring the same petrol on my tongue as you did last time. What is this? What do you think of me? Like that he shouted the compound. Immediately the doctor told, okay, it's all right, Mr. Liar. Control your emotions. That shows that you have the memory power. Because you are remembering the past. So therefore, you have got back your memory. Please give me my fees, 20 rupees. Again, the doctor got fooled by, again the liar got fooled by the doctor and gave him 20 and flew off, went off. But he is restless, the liar. Somehow I have to cheat this fellow, the doctor, and get that 100 rupees. Okay, let me try the last time, third time, and loot that 100 rupees. Like that thinking, he went again to the doctor the day, next day. Went. And he said, Doctor, I have another serious complaint. And you have to solve it at any cost. The doctor said, okay. That is I already told to everyone that any problem I will solve. Okay. Then immediately liar told, Dr. Saab, nowadays my eyes are not, I am not able to see or watch properly. It is slowly, my eyes seems to be blind. So please give treatment to my eyes such that my blindness should go away. I should see, watch everything. So please do it. The doctor, what doctor did? Okay, please wait. Again he called the compounder. You see, compounder, you no. Doctor said to the liar, oh, you have a eye problem, blindness. My God, that disease only we cannot, that disease only we don't have any solution for that disease. I am very, very sorry, liar. I cannot cure it. I have to give you 100 rupees, and he calls compounder. Go and give him 100 rupees. Okay. Because we cannot cure. So therefore give it. The compounder took 20 rupees and went to the liar. Liar is closing his eyes because he is pretending as if he is blind. And then he asked, "Please stretch your hand." The liar immediately stretched the hand. In that hand, he put 20 rupees. The liar slowly opened his mouth, and, eyes, and saw the 20 rupees note. Immediately got wrath, and then he started screaming, "What is this, doctor? What are you doing? You have to give me 100 rupees, isn't it? If you cannot cure. Now you are giving me only 20 rupees. Then doctor said, "You see, I have cured your disease. Now you are able to see, watch anything. Therefore, please give me that 20 rupees to me, and then you can go away." The liar with great depression, and he went away. You see, that is how they collect the money. He is a Marwadi, and then he is some Punjabi. They collect the money. So, some people, most of the people in this world, they are living only for the money, accumulating money, and then they live. So, this is the thing what I would like to tell you. Hope you would have enjoyed. Now, let me read Babuji's message. Okay. Let me read the Babuji's message. So, Babuji said, submission begins with obedience. Submission begins with obedience. One should be obedient. Obey the master's commands. Only then submission starts, surrendering to him. So that is the thing. Then what happened? Begins with obedience. When we are deeply impressed by the great powers of a master of higher attainments in spirituality, we feel inwardly inclined to follow his biddings. But often the effect remains upon us only when we are in his presence, and when we are away, we become unmindful of him. So, a person, a Abhyasi, goes to the near to the Babuji Maharaj, then he feels the divine condition in his heart, because that is a reflection of Babuji Maharaj, his condition. But when the Abhyasi leaves and goes home, then slowly he forgets the master. Thus, he will not feel any divinity in his heart. So that is what Babuji is telling. Repeated, that's why repeated in those days when Babuji was physically available, then repeated association with him for some time brings us in closer touch with the great soul, and his supremacy begins to be established in our heart. So in those days, people were going occasionally, often, to Shahjahanpur and wherever Babuji goes. And we are all going to Babuji Maharaj and then taking his blessings and grace. So that was such abhyas is what happens. So supremacy begins to be established in our heart. So then we feel, because when we go to the master generally, and we feel the presence of God. We cannot express it. But when Babuji Maharaj gives sitting, or we are in the company of Babuji Maharaj, all the senses and the crookedness of the mind, everything will come to a standstill. Calms down. Mind will calm down. Senses will calm down. So that is the condition of Babuji Maharaj, which will reflect in the hearts of each and every abhyasi. Okay, that is the thing. So therefore, here we are away, we become unmindful of him. A repeated association with him for some time brings us in closer touch with the great soul, and his supremacy begins to be established in our heart. We accept him as our guide in all matters pertaining to our spiritual advancement. So, like that, if we go on experiencing the reality in the presence of Babuji Maharaj repeatedly, then naturally we begin to establish his presence, Babuji's presence in our heart. Okay, thus this obedience, surrenderance, love, then devotion, all these things one by one starts. Once we begin to treat the master, or once we begin to treat him, means keep faith on him, full faith on him, then our journey, spiritual journey, starts smoothly. So now that is why Babuji is telling that. Then the result is that we remember him frequently. So once we find him as the greatest, as the God himself, rather a highly evolved soul, and he can only help us when we get such thought, such impression on our master. What we do, what those anybody can do, they will start obeying, they will start doing whatever prescribed by the great master, thinking whatever they get in the material field or spiritual field, whatever they receive from the master, they think that that is prasada, that is what is called his blessings, his grace. And wherever he keeps the master in the hell or heaven, that such Gurumata disciples, they take it as a boon from him, a gift from him, because they accept him as their master. That's all, throughout life. So in such condition, they progress spiritually, speedily and rapidly. So now we accept him as our guide in all matters pertaining to our spiritual advancement. The result is that we remember him frequently. Then what happens when we consider him as our bosom, God himself? Okay, because of his association, we come to know, we experience his divinity. So once an Abhyasi experience the divinity of the master, great master, then he will start practicing constantly, constant remembrance of that master, craving, impatience, restlessness, every longing, everything will one by one will start in the heart of the Abhyasi to reach the master and become one with him. So that is what Babuji is telling. That is how it developed. That is when we accept him as our guide in all matters pertaining to our spiritual advancement. The result is that we remember him frequently. When we are perfectly convinced of his superior capabilities, only then our submission in true sense begins. Once we accept him as our master, our supreme master, then only the surrender or any bhakti or any love, everything starts. Only then our submission in true sense begins. We go on with it and practice as we are directed. Then what we do, whatever the master's command, that we follow. We practice. We do it. We do it interestingly. We do it voluntarily, because we have established him as our lifelong. He is the master in our heart. Therefore, we are inclined to follow whatever his biddings, whatever his commandments. So therefore, what happens? The idea of right or wrong to begin to assume prominence in our heart. See, when we begin to follow his biddings, when we begin to practice according to the prescription of the great master, when we try to remember him constantly and try to develop devotion, love, surrender, and everything, then what happens then? The idea of right or wrong too begins to assume prominence in our heart, and we feel inclined to refrain from evil. Then, at that time, when we are fully accept Him as our master and we keep total faith on Him that He will take us to the ultimate, then what happens? That is the thing. Perfectly convinced of His superior capabilities, only then our submission in true sense, we can go on with it and practice. So then what happens? We come to our mind will start thinking about what is right and what is wrong. In this world, good and bad are there. Duality. Good and bad is there. So we slowly become like a swan. The swan, when we keep milk in a plate, the in a jug like that, the swan takes the milk and leaves the water. That is Paramahamsa. So many Paramahamsas are there. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He will take only good things, leave the bad things. Like that, Yogananda Paramahamsa. He is also a evolved soul. He also was taking good things and then leaving. That we will start doing it. We'll start eliminating the evil tendencies, wicked thoughts, all this utter useless thing in our mind, dirt. When the dirt of the mind is cleansed, then you behold your true form. Lalaji Maharaj says. So we start purging all these things from our heart. Only good things we allow in our minds. So therefore, that is the thing what Babuji is telling. We think of pleasing Him by our actions. The idea of right or wrong too begins to assume prominence in our heart. And we feel inclined to refrain from evil. We consequently adopt the line of virtue so that we might be able to please our great master. It is our primary motive, for we wish to be saved from the miseries of the next lives. That is what. So when we totally accept master as our own, and then what begins? And then the whatever the is command, is prescription, sadhana, that we start doing regularly, sincerely, honestly, and seriously. So therefore, what is the benefit out of it? By submission, by submit ourselves to the will of the great master, what is the benefit means? We will be saved from the miseries of the crores, miseries of the millions of birth what we are going to have. You see, if Babuji is not there, we have to take birth after birth till Mahapralaya and face misery. So our life will become miserable. Already we have undergone so many lives and faced the misery. Finally, now in this life, by hook or crook, it is fortunate or unfortunate, it is blessing or curse, we don't know, that we came to the holy feet of great master Babuji Maharaj, whom we have to be grateful till the pralaya. He is Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya. Everything Babuji Maharaj. Everything, the origin for everything in this manifestation, life or matter, whatever may be, that is the source of all these things, is the master himself. That is Babuji Maharaj. And this is the eternal truth. Whether the person, the aspirant accepts or not, but it is eternal truth and will be accepted through experience of his condition, divine condition. So this is how Babuji Maharaj is telling. You see, running after material things, as if running after mirage in the desert. Why you are running after? What is that? Accumulation, accumulation. And what is that? What will give you? Except fear, anxiety, greediness. So most fiasco, all these things when old age comes, one by one, this fearful experiences that we are losing our property, our entire thing, and we are going to death canal. So that will brought a person to a lowest thing, that is through the such abhyasis, such persons, that if he is greedy throughout his life and he has to die like a dog on the street. So therefore, we should run after spirituality. And spirituality and Babuji alone is the God himself. Not the money or prosperity or position or power. These things in the worldly things are all nothing but grossness, solidity. You understand? This will not give any benefit to us. It will not give liberation, no realization, no ultimate. It will still increase our grossness, our samskaras more and more, such that we have to exhaust all those things by experiencing different types of miseries, sufferings, and diseases and death. So every time we have to die. So that's why Babuji is telling, don't run after. Satisfy whatever you get. Be satisfied whatever you get. And always remember the God or the Divine Master. And you see. So God is very, very dangerous. I can say person. He will not allow us to do evil things. No. When we do evil things, he will punish us. The nature will punish such people. They have to take death after life, they have to suffer. Some people want to commit suicide. Such people also, Benji, the greatest saint ever born in spirituality. That is my little experience. I am not proselytizing. I am not rubbing on the head of others. No, not at all. That is left to your own experience. But my experience with Behenji, oh God, what a terrible personality. What a spiritual giant she is. I didn't know. After going to her, then I realized the reality. It was continuing. Every year she will come and we will go and take sittings and something, sermons, some speech. She will sing songs. In the beginning, I thought, oh, old women, what is this? But after going to him, taking a sitting, the condition, divine condition, which was blossoming, it was throughout, from the heart, it expanded, evolution throughout the universe, everything is peaceful, blissful. And I used to wonder, what is this woman? After all, a old woman. That is what Babuji said. You go on there, one foreigner asked, saint, huh? Have you made any saint? He said, I have made only one saint. That is Kasturi. If you are having any doubt, go to her. Take sitting. Then you will come to know. What about others? Chariji was also there. What's Chariji? Oh, Chariji is Bachelor of Science. Like that, Babuji said. Okay. He said, we have nothing in front of such big people. They may tell today, tomorrow they may tell something else. So that is the thing I take. That's all I take. Leave from all of you. Take leave. and then we shall meet again. Another 2 days, we shall meet again. Please put like this video what I am giving, so that I will be encouraged. I want some encouragement from you. And comment. This is the thing, important thing I want to tell you to my brothers and sisters. Please comment, post a comment on the comment column, in your comment column, about your, what is called, doubts, questions, and worldly problems. Whatever you post in your column, I will try all my means, and by the grace of God, by the grace of Babaji Maharaj, I shall definitely give a solution for all your problems. So please start posting in the columns. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you all. Meet you again. Om Shanti.